Welcome back, students. As a special case of Biot-Savart law, we have tried to find a derivation for magnetic field intensity H bar due to finite current carrying conductor. We have got that expression as H bar is equal to I upon 4 pi rho cos alpha 2 minus cos alpha 1 into A phi bar. So what is that A phi bar, how to calculate that, and how to solve such type of numericals? Let's see today. We'll have the discussion on this particular bit in this particular video. So see, a triangular loop in a figure carries a current of 10 ampere. Find H bar at 0, 0, 5 due to side 1 of the loop. See, this diagram is a part of numerical itself. So diagram is drawn something like this. This is a current carrying conductor, a closed loop of a current carrying conductor with a conductor 1 going from this. It is having coordinates 0 to 2, so its length is required for us. Then this is side 2 and side 3 of this current carrying conductor. We are supposed to calculate H bar at 0, 0, 5. So whenever the H bar numericals comes to you in the examination, try to understand first of all problem given problem statement. So it is a case of finite current distribution or infinite current distribution. Definitely is a case of finite current distribution, because current distribution on line 1 is extending from 0 to 2, and we are supposed to calculate H bar at this particular point. The particular point is at 0, 0, 5. So if I want to draw, let's say this is a z axis if I assume, and I need to calculate this particular thing here at 0, 0, 5. So for that you need to draw another diagram with only, let's say this is a point where we are supposed to calculate H bar. You need to draw a diagram containing this current distribution along with the point of interest or the point where H bar is to be calculated. So this is a given problem. First of all, the thing is understood that this is a case of finite line charge. So let's go to the next slide. So what I did, I just drawn this line current distribution or current distribution something like this. The current carrying is 10 ampere, which is given in this particular thing, and this is the x-axis and this is z-axis. Okay, it is not mentioned here, but it is the x-axis and this is z-axis. Okay, this is x-axis and this is z-axis. So if it is something like this, then along x-axis, so current is flowing from this current distribution or this line current from point origin going towards 2. So current is of 10 ampere. So this is a start point, agree, and this is the end point. I will use another color marker here. So this is the end point. So I am having a start point and end point of this finite current distribution. I am supposed to calculate H bar at 0, 0, 5. So as the point is along z axis, I directly denoted it with the 5. Now try to understand first of all thing. You must have the formula ready with us. The formula is H bar is equal to, I will go back to first of all this thing. So the formula is I divided by 4 pi rho. The formula is I divided by 4 pi rho cos alpha 2 minus cos alpha 1 A phi bar. So this is a formula that we need to solve. Now if that is so, we need to calculate alpha 1 and alpha 2 initially. We need to calculate this distance rho, where rho is a perpendicular distance. When that is found, we can calculate H bar by using this particular formula. Let's go back to the diagram once again. Once this current distribution is known to me, I have drawn a straight line joining from start of this current charge distribution and end point of the current charge distribution. We already noticed in the Biot-Savart law that alpha 1 is the angle made, or it is an external angle. It is angle made by this initial point or the start point of the current distribution with the point of interest, and we usually take it as external angle. So alpha 1 we have taken as 90 degrees. Once alpha 1 is taken as 90 degree, alpha 2 is always an inner angle. Alpha 2 is the inner angle. If this is 90 degree, this must be also 90 degree. Okay, so can I apply some concept of my trigonometry to calculate alpha 2? Yes, I can calculate. There are a number of ways, because I know the opposite side is of size 5, the adjacent side is of 2. You can calculate by using, so I am having adjacent upon opposite, so I can calculate it by using tan alpha 2. So tan alpha 2 is equal to opposite upon adjacent 5 by 2. Then I can calculate alpha is equal to tan inverse of 5 by 2. I can calculate the angle alpha 2. One thing is clear. Now what is this arrow bar? Because I need arrow bar also. If you do remember, there was a last thing given to you that A phi bar is equal to AL bar cross arrow bar. A phi bar is equal to AL bar cross arrow bar. This is the thing which we have discussed in the previous lectures. So what is AL bar? AL bar is the unit vector in the direction of the line current. So unit vector in the direction of line current. So line current is along x-axis, so it will be AX bar. Surely, no problem about that. What about arrow bar? arrow bar is the unit vector in the direction perpendicular to this particular thing. So if I want to draw this perpendicular, arrow bar will be in the az bar direction. So I can write it as rho bar upon magnitude of rho bar, and we will try to calculate this, and then we will calculate rho bar by using the point of interest and 005, and then we will try to calculate that arrow bar. But arrow bar is the unit vector in the normal direction of this current distribution. Is it okay? So given things are clear, you need to draw this initial diagram, and then we'll go to the for the actual calculation. So the first step is this. So I will call this as step 1. Calculate alpha 1, alpha 2, rho and a5 bar. So alpha 1 is 90 degree, already clear. Alpha 2 is equal to cos inverse of 2 by root 29, or you can calculate it by tan inverse of 5 by 2, one and the same thing. You will get the angle as alpha 2. Then rho is, what is rho? Rho is a perpendicular distance. If I start calculating this perpendicular distance, so it is 5 minus 0 ax bar, 0 minus 0 ax bar, 0 minus 0 ay bar, plus 5 minus 0 az bar, because since it is origin 0, 0, 0. So the distance between that is the rho, and it will be 5 directly, no problem about that. And a5 bar, now listen to me carefully now. a5 bar is equal to al bar cross arrow bar. Al bar cross arrow bar. Now al bar, we already know it should be ax bar, since it is a unit vector in the direction of the line current. And az bar, why we have taken az bar? Because this arrow bar is the unit normal vector in the direction of from the in the direction of in the point of interest and the point where the line current has started. So in our case, arrow bar is az bar, since our point of interest is 0, 0, 5. So we can write this as az bar directly. So ax cross az, you already know, draw a circle to understand this concept, or you can apply your basic vector product rule. You can write, so if it is x, if it is y, and if it is z, I know ax cross ay is az, az cross ax is ay, ax cross az is minus ay. Here is this ax cross az, ax cross az, so it will be minus ay bar. I got the value of a5 bar. So alpha 1 is with me, alpha 2 is with me, and rho is with me. Then we have calculated a5 bar. Let's put all those values in the h bar expression. So we will get I divided by 4 pi rho. So this should be 10 ampere actually. So 10 amperes divided by 4 pi, rho value is 5, we have already calculated. Cos alpha 2, so cos alpha 2 we have calculated it almost upon 1 upon root 29 minus 0, because cos 90 is 0, minus ay bar. If you can calculate the value of h1 bar, you just do the calculations and get the value of h1 bar. If it is coming to be minus 59.1, your answer is right. So minus 59.1 ay bar milliampere per meter. The unit of h bar, see, unit of E bar is volt per meter, but unit of H bar is amperes per meter. Unit of D bar is what? Coulomb per meter square. Here unit of B bar is Weber per meter square. So you need to understand those units also, so that it will become easier for you to understand the remaining concept. So this is the numerical which we have solved. Once again I will just repeat what we did. We have drawn this line charge, line current distribution, something like this. We have calculated alpha 1, we have calculated alpha 2. We know that AL bar is along AX bar, and arrow bar is the unit vector in the direction normal to the current distribution. So it will be AZ bar, since we have 0, 0, 5, we are going along Z axis. So we have taken a cross product of them, AL cross arrow and AX cross AZ bar. We got it as minus AY bar. We have calculated alpha 1. Alpha 1 is the outer angle. We have put all those values in these expressions of H bar, and I finally got H bar as minus 59.1 AY bar milliampere per meter. H1 stands for, this is magnetic field intensity due to the first current carrying conductor whose name is 1. So this is the thing which you need to calculate. On similar basis, try to solve this another numerical. You need to calculate H bar at the same point 0, 0, 5 due to side 3 of triangular loop. Okay, so answer is also shown in front of you. It is minus 30.63 plus 30.63 X bar AY bar milliampere per meter. Now you need to calculate H bar at the same point 0, 0, 5 due to side 3 on triangular loop number figure. So the same figure you assume, and now you need to calculate H bar at this particular point only, but due to this current distribution. So this is the start point, you can join it here. This is end point, you can join it here. You can just extend this line, and then you can calculate this alpha 1 since it is an external angle. Then you can calculate alpha 2 because it is a point 2, so it will be alpha 2 here. Calculate those alpha 1, alpha 2. Then you need to calculate arrow bar in the direction of normal to this particular thing, because it is in the xz plane, so it arrow bar will not only come az bar, it will be a combination of ax bar and az bar. Try to sort it out and get the answer, and finally your answer should be minus 30.63 x bar plus 30.63 ay bar milliampere per meter. So that's all from my side. Keep learning, and thank you very much.